Good evening and welcome to Carnival News around the world. I am Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko. On Carnival News around the world, Britain has deployed military vessels to prevent any attack on cables and pipelines by Russian submarines, which spent more than a month in and around British waters earlier this year. This is according to British Defence Minister John Halley, who made this known in a statement today, Thursday. Britain has accused Russia of using the distraction of events in the Middle East to try to conduct the covert operation in the High North Maritime region, home to key shipping routes and critical infrastructure such as undersea cables. Halley said British forces and allies, including Norway, tracked and deterred malign activity by the Russian vessels, adding that the submarine had now left the area and there were no signs of damage to underwater infrastructure. In the meantime, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has stated on Thursday that he's seeking direct talks with Beirut a day after the war's bombardment of the war killed more than 250 people in Lebanon and placed Donald Trump's US-Iran ceasefire in jeopardy. Trump had announced a ceasefire in the 6 weeks-old Iran conflict late Tuesday, just hours before a deadline after which he threatened to destroy Iran's entire civilization. But as there were no Iran was lifting its near-total blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, which has caused the worst disruption to global energy supplies in history, with Israel's ongoing attacks on Lebanon cited as key striking point. Netanyahu, whose government rebuffed a historic offer to direct talks with Lebanon last month, said in a statement that it had given instruction to start peace talks as soon as possible, which would also include disarming Iran-aligned militant group Hezbollah. In the meantime, Russia's Supreme Court designated human rights group Memorial as an extremist movement on Thursday, a move the group said marks a new phase of oppression in the country. The ruling, the latest in a sweeping years-long crackdown on free speech in Russia, provides new legal mechanism for authorities to prosecute anyone who contributes to the work of Nobel laureate-winning organization, donates to it, or share material that it publishes. After the closed-door hearing, the Supreme Court said the memorial activities within Russia were banned with immediate effect. They are clearly anti-Russian in nature and are aimed at destroying the basic foundation of Russian statehood, violating its territorial integrity and eroding historical, cultural, spiritual, and moral values. Pope Leo leaves on Monday for a visit to 4 African countries in an ambitious tour to urge global leaders to address the needs of the continent, where more than a fifth of the world's Catholics live, in his first major overseas trip of 2026. The Pope is making the visit with the mission to help turn the world's attention to Africa. Leo, in recent weeks, has emerged in an outspoken critic of the Iran war, who also made one big overseas trip since being elected last May, visiting Turkey and Lebanon in November and December, as he also visited Monaco in March. And that wraps up our Carnival World News. Thank you very much for listening and for staying tuned. Don't forget that you can always check out our website for timely updates at www.carnivalmedia.ng. It's been Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko.